Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. The Democratic presidential candidates are making their final appeals one day before the critical South Carolina primary. The hopefuls held more than a dozen events across South Carolina today.
Former Vice President Joe Biden is expected to possibly pull out a win in South Carolina. A new poll shows him leading by 20 percentage points.
Meanwhile, one Democratic candidate is making a stop in the Bay State tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live in Springfield, Mass., where Senator Bernie Sanders will hold a campaign rally tonight.
And Steph, what's it like out there right now?
Well, Bernie Sanders is on his way from South Carolina here to Springfield. We're outside the Mass Mutual Center where the rally is set to begin at 7:30. There are hundreds of people in line here in Springfield. We talked to the folks who were at the front of the line. They said they got here at 11:30 just to make sure they got the best view of the Vermont senator. Now he's making two campaign stops in Massachusetts, Springfield here tonight and Boston tomorrow at noon, but no stops planned for southeastern Mass at the moment. Now first, of course, there's a South Carolina primary tomorrow. That primary, the poll's currently placing Bernie Sanders well behind former Vice President Joe Biden. Here in Massachusetts for Super Tuesday, a new poll released this morning by WBUR has Bernie beating hometown Senator Elizabeth Warren with about 25% of the vote to Warren's 17, according to that poll. Last week, they were neck and neck in another poll. So we spoke to voters who were here in line in Springfield about why they made their choice.
I love Bernie. Bernie is the one.
He works for the people. He doesn't work for a bunch of billionaires and a bunch of corporations, and I personally would like to have a future.
What made you decide to support Bernie over Elizabeth Warren?
I supported Bernie because he was here in 2016. He's been saying the same thing for decades. The whole idea of funding a campaign with small donations is very critical to me, because I feel like everyone has been bought.
Elizabeth Warren, in the meantime, is in Houston, Texas tonight, another Super Tuesday state, and heading to Arkansas tomorrow. No word yet from any of the other presidential candidates if they'll be stopping in Massachusetts ahead of Super Tuesday. Live in Springfield, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
Your local election headquarters looking ahead now to the next round of primaries in the Democratic presidential contest.
First up, South Carolina, which votes tomorrow. Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, and Bernie Sanders all had events there today. But next week is the main event, Super Tuesday. Massachusetts and 13 other states will hold primaries.
Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live in Springfield tonight, where Bernie Sanders will be holding a rally tonight. Steph?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders is expected to speak here at 7:30, one of two campaign stops here in Massachusetts ahead of Super Tuesday. Now, up until today, it looked like he and Elizabeth Warren, of course, this is her home state, were about neck and neck in this race. But this morning, a WBUR poll shows Bernie is in the lead with Warren in second. Of course, both senators in the more progressive wing of this primary compared to Joe Biden, Amy Klobuchar, and Pete Buttigieg. Now, here at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, folks are just starting to trickle in. The doors opened at 6 o'clock, but we want to show you what it looked like outside just before we walked in. A long line, hundreds of folks showing up to a very chilly downtown Springfield to wait outside. There were T-shirts being sold on the side of the road as people waited to get in for this rally. We talked to a number of voters out there. Some of them got in line at 11:30 this morning to see Senator Sanders. His base tends to be extremely passionate about his message, so I asked some of his supporters if they would support the Democratic nominee if it's not Bernie.
They would have to work really hard to convince me that their plan and their ability to execute that plan for America is as good as Bernie's.
I will not vote for Bloomberg. I will not vote for Steyer. I think Pete Buttigieg has been bought.
What about Warren or Biden?
Warren, definitely, yes. Biden, I would hold my breath and vote for Biden.
So we'll be watching to see what Bernie Sanders says about his competitors at his rally here tonight, and of course, whether he tries to distinguish himself specifically from Senator Warren here in her home state. We'll bring you his remarks tonight on Eyewitness News at 10 and 11. Live in Springfield, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.